Are you gonna put on fucking CNN or Fox? Or, what's the other
CBS.
one? Yeah, yeah. What's up? This is gonna be fun. We're gonna record our first podcast episode. I'm excited.
Yeah. Like a jet ski. I'm just trying to live, little mama, don't text me. Watching from afar like a star, this the best seat. I'm just trying to win when I swim. This the best.
That's recording. All right. We're in this bitch.
Good. Yes, we
Finally getting it going. We're listening to a little Joji right now. Getting the vibes right. Oh.
What happened?
Okay.
It just got really. I don't know.
Was not expecting.
Were you looking at the screen?
It
Were you
got super dark. It was like that meme.
fucking Mr. Incredible?
Those who know.
Those who really know?
Yeah. All right.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
What a way to start. All right.
Sweet. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Minor Convenience Podcast, where we, what did we say earlier?
Wait, in terms of what?
Yeah, it's, I wrote it down. Where your time could probably be spent somewhere else, but instead you're here.
Heart.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, we gotta get better at that. That'll be a thing.
No worries. No worries. That's why I was confused, was because you were literally looking at the screen with it written down. And so you said, when you asked me what.
I have stage fright, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Technically, there's nobody here.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, just think about it that way.
True. Facts.
All right. So, we are your hosts. I am Michael.
I'm Jimmy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome. We appreciate you sticking in. A little bit about who we are. How would you describe this podcast?
We're probably the coolest people that you ever meet.
Facts.
Yeah, we're very interesting people. We have super dynamic lives that are always changing, so we can really just add a lot of value. I have a 5 a.m. Sigma morning routine.
Okay. You want to tell them about it?
I bring in thousands of dollars a month.
Just because you wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. I've got reverse passive income. So clearly, you're going to want to listen to what we have to say.
Yeah, I'm quite the opposite. I'm pretty broke. So listen to him, not me.
Yeah, no, but we're actually none of those things. We're just two normal dudes, two bros who've been friends for a while. And I've wanted to start a podcast for a while. Even if it was just me talking into a void, and no one listened, I just think it would be like a fun thing to do. And so we were trying to think of a name for a long time, and we had a few options, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what some of them were?
Do I have to say it?
Say it.
Oh God! All right. So one of them was no. I feel that's so cliche. I feel like if two guys one pod was one of them.
Yeah,
that was very. I feel like that one was very like cliche. So it was one of those where it sounded good in your head, and then the moment it left my mouth,
literally the instant it leaves your
it
lips.
was one of those moments. I have a lot of those, but it was that. There was another one too. We've been actually thinking about this for the past month because there was one name that we couldn't remember. I swear it was one of those fucking.
It was a good fucking name.
Names.
Yeah.
So there's a chance there's gonna be a name.
A
change.
switch, yeah. If it ever fucking comes back from the crevices of our minds.
Exactly. But we've been thinking about it it's been like at least 2 months.
A minute. Yeah.
So we've been thinking for 2 months what this fucking name could be. And for the life of us, we cannot remember. So when the name changes, we'll just go ahead and update everything, and you'll just see it a different name.
We landed on Minor Convenience, though, which I really liked because there's so many podcasts out there like Huberman Lab and Joe and all these like podcasts that are like bringing you like, I don't know, valuable content and all that shit. And I don't necessarily have anything of that to provide. So the whole concept was like, we'll be a minor convenience to someone, right?
Yeah.
Not like a major, like groundbreaking podcast. And the term minor inconvenience is like is a commonly used phrase. So it's like, oh, we're a minor convenience. I've never heard that context used. So,
yeah, exactly.
So we landed on that, and I think it's a pretty good name.
And that's kind of the things that, just to give you a little foreshadowing into the things that our minds come up with when we kind of brainstorm together. Some things like that. We get a little silly in here. But yeah, so it took us, I don't think it took us that long though. It took us maybe
For the name?
Yeah, like 30 minutes to
Oh, wait. What do you mean?
like
Not that long. Yeah, just a week. You're about to say 30 minutes. It was way off, yeah.
no, okay, but like of us actually sitting down and brainstorming, and then I remember we said we were going to kind of sit on it, think about it for a bit, and life just kind of caught up.
Move that sucker right in front of you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Now?
Sorry, I've also just always wanted to do that. So Joe's always like, get that sucker right against your mouth. Yeah.
So we decided to think about it for
Sounds
about
good.
Does it?
Good in my ear holes.
Let me go ahead and bring it down real quick.
I'll turn you up. Ben.
So what we decided to do was
this is an ASMR podcast now.
This is what we decided to do was we decided to sit on it for about a week or so, and it wasn't really a predetermined amount of time. It just life kind of happened, and just happened to be about a week, and then we were like, all right, fuck it, let's just sit on a name real quick and see what we can come up with. And it happened to be the minor convenience. Yeah, we had a list of them, and it wasn't really too bad. We usually don't really take too long to brainstorm shit. I don't think.
No, I like to just send ideas, honestly. Like even with my tattoos, like so the most permanent ideas, but I don't like to sit on them for too long. As far as the actual conceptual idea goes, sometimes I'll procrastinate and I won't actually do it for a long time. But it's like, I guess that whole same mindset as like going with your gut,
Right.
Like when you're taking a test and you think that like a multiple choice, like you think it's this answer, like your first instinct, I usually go with that compared to like if I'm on the fence. What about you?
Yeah, same. Because I feel like I used to sit on things like, hold up, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Bring that back. I used to
Pause.
wait a minute. I used to hold off on things and try to really think like, oh, I could definitely come up with a better idea later in the future, or give me like a couple of days to think. I'll think of something cooler, better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I found that it was just kind of procrastinating the inevitable at that point, and just like if I'm just gonna send it, you know what I mean? And then if a newer, better idea comes out, find a way to incorporate it in the already existing idea I had.
Because you can sit on something for too long trying to find the best alternative, right? So eventually you have to just commit to it.
That's kind of what happened with the start of this podcast.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. So, how soon would you say when you moved in did we get all of the equipment for this?
No, but at the same time we got the game room basically done.
So
I'd say like 2 weeks after the game room.
So like the first weekend.
So basically? I moved here in August, right? And the first priority that we had before doing anything else was getting this game room set up. So like my bedroom wasn't even set up. We still had like the living room, like bare bones. It was really rough. But the first thing we did was set this game room up. So we went to like IKEA. I ordered a bunch of shit off Amazon, and so we got this place looking fucking sick. We'll probably like edit in like a picture of it or a video or something of it.
Yeah, I think I have the time lapse somewhere, so throw that in.
We'll try to throw that in there so you guys can see like more than just this section of it. But that was the same time that we decided we wanted to start this podcast. And so I bought, the Rodecaster, the microphones, everything. So we've had the ability to do this since basically like September. So there's been some delays, there's been a little bit.
Yeah, we were just thinking about stuff and things, dude. So it was about time. It honestly, the way that it started now was it yesterday or today where I was like, you just want to start a podcast?
It was today. It was literally earlier today.
Yeah. It was. I was like, I don't know. I felt like last night I was like, I'm gonna sleep in the living room because we have a lot of big open windows. So there's a lot of natural light that comes in. So sleeping in is not an option for me, and I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's kind of been kind of messing me up a little bit.
On your Sigma shit, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Yeah.
Trying to get on my Sigma
Let's
fucking
go.
top G shit. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so, yeah, woke up this morning, made myself a cup of fucking Joe, went outside, cleaned the shit in the backyard.
Nice.
Sometimes I like to think of that as a metaphor, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta wake up early and clean your shit, you know?
Pick up your shit.
Yeah.
Wake up,
Just pick
get
it
the
up.
fuck outside, clean up your shit, you know? I also took my bong out with me right before
Nice.
before I cleaned all the poo-poo.
Nice.
So got a nice little
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 high?
high
Yeah.
in the morning. It was fresh morning air, you know, touching
brisk,
my touching my tan.
The air has
skin.
been nice recently, too. Because I don't know if it's because, like, it looks like it's gonna rain every day, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
been
good
like
that-
very like overcasty.
I feel like that brings the best air, you know? I don't know if this is just a hot take, but, you know, kind of like that
You
post-rain.
hear it here first, folks. Arizona has the best air.
It does, man. That pre-rain Arizona air is fresh.
Yo, not gonna lie, that is like that when monsoon season hits,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like
you
that.
You just get
Yeah.
a big whiff of it, and it just feels like it just deep in your lungs. Like, this is what I needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So yeah, I was just feeling pretty productive this morning. So cleaned the backyard. Did forget to take the trash out to the curb, so not completely productive, but we did a couple of
Yeah.
things.
That's like week two or three. Honestly, we're so bad about that.
Yeah, we have definitely forgotten it more times than we have taken it out for sure.
Yeah, I moved from an apartment where I never had to do that. So like the concept of putting them to the curb, just I have to get better at that.
You moved in when?
August of 2022.
Trash comes every week.
Yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah. But there's no. Yeah, I'm calling you out this.
You were here longer than me, though, so
Yeah.
the responsibility ultimately falls on you.
I also came from an apartment, so you know it's you gotta catch get used to that.
I blame you.
That habit of
Blame you. You've been
it's tough.
been at home longer than I have. Okay. I
Um,
was homeless before this. I
were
didn't even
you?
have a trash can. Yeah.
Were you homeless?
Yeah, I was just a grifter.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. I lied.
I was trying to think if there was like, maybe you said there was like a day or so that you were like couch hopping, but no, I don't think you ever mentioned anything like that. You just came straight over.
Yeah, straight over. Well, like, technically, the day that I left, I got super fucked up at my buddy Christian's place, so I actually did sleep at there,
right.
and I had to go over to the old apartment and clear it out.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was supposed to hit the road super early. Honestly, I've done this for like every PCS. Every time I've moved in the Army or when I got out of the Army, every single time, I'm always like, all right, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to hit the road at like 5 a.m. because that's just when I like to do like start long road trips. And I always get super fucked up the night before because everyone is just like, "No, man, stay. It's your last night. It's your last night. Let's rage.
And you
Let's keep
have
going."
to. Like, you can't say no.
You're
'cause
with the
that's-
boys.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
your
it's
people,
hard
bro.
to
You
turn
gotta-
off. So
if you ever get that chance, like if you don't have any friends and like no one to hang out with, that fucking sucks to suck, nerd. So like if you have that opportunity, take it. You know what I mean? Like especially if you don't have really jack or shit to do the next day
That's
outside
what-
of just travel.
yeah,
Fuck it,
exactly.
like,
So
you know what I mean?
it's hard to turn that down. But then in the morning you wake up and you're like, "Fuck, I really wish I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I could have been halfway there by now."
Yeah, you start thinking about like where you're gonna be as you're driving, the time that you're
Yeah.
supposed to get there. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. It's only about what, 5.5 hours?
Yeah. No,
from
it's
here?
like 5 hours.
5 hours?
But it depends on traffic and stuff
Okay.
too. But if you do get up early and you leave, like 5 hours.
Okay.
I made it in 4:58 when I went there.
So you were speeding.
No, I was just efficient. I was efficient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Subscribe to
Dude, you
our
know me, I
Patreon to
don't
find out
speed.
how to be an efficient driver.
I drive like a grandma. Everyone actually.
He really
needs to
does,
do it,
actually.
yeah.
So what's funny is he was the absolute like worst driver
Oh, so bad.
before. Yeah,
I'm
like
surprised
shit.
that I haven't killed myself and other people before.
Almost.
There's been a couple
Almost.
close calls, yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, before we go into this, do we want to go into like how we met, like how we became friends, like how we got here to this day?
Yeah, get ready to
Or
fucking
should we
grab your
just talk
handkerchiefs.
like it never happened?
Folks, no, they gotta know.
Okay,
They
the
gotta
people
know.
gotta know. The people gotta know. Who starts it off? I feel like I've been talking a lot, so you started us off.
Why? Okay, that's fine. So, the way that we met was back in 2014.
Yeah.
It was in the good old days of Afghaniland.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were both deployed. He had already been with the company for a bit. I was the fucking...
Some was just senior to him at that point, you know?
Yeah, he was fucking... Was it like 3 months, 6 months?
Wait, what month did you get there?
To the unit, or I'm sorry, to Bragg or to
Afghanistan. Like, when did you meet us downrange?
So I got
May
there,
or June?
May. No, June.
June?
Mm-hmm.
We left in February, so a couple months.
Yeah, so...
A couple months, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, I I went to basic, and then, well, it was OSIT. So did my whole fucking thing to be a fucking super duper paratrooper.
Did his thing.
Yep, went to airborne school immediately after. I was in holdover for about a week, just sitting around in the bays, jerking off and fucking eating food, really, and working out.
That's accurate.
Like literally all you can do. And then finally started airborne school. That was 3 weeks. And then from there drove straight to Bragg, like that night, I think. So I think we left at like, I don't even remember,
Did you
like
get
10 p.m.
bussed?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we left at like 10 p.m., got there however long it takes from fucking, or no, a little bit earlier, because I remember we got there at like 2 or 3 a.m.
That's about a 5-hour drive too, isn't it? Something like that, 5, 6
Yeah.
from Benning to Bragg.
Something. No, what? 9. It's a 9 hour.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 9 hour. I do remember because I got put on this super clutch bus detail, not to stray too far off topic, where I would drive between Bragg and Benning
To pick
week.
up the grads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would
think
take...
Block was on that too.
Yeah, dude, it was so clutch. I got hooked up, dude. But back to the original story. So yeah, drove back to Bragg, or down to Bragg. As soon as we walked in, the very first thing...
What's up?
Up to Bragg.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, if we're gonna fucking... Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
All right. He's one of them. He's one of them people.
It's above
Yeah,
Georgia.
I was not too good at geometry. so drove up to Bragg.
Nice.
Yes. And then got there, and I remember I walked in like I think right behind Rhinley. So it was literally shout out to Rhinley, brother. I fucking
Rhinley,
love you,
if you're
dude. But
watching
we
this,
are
I miss
definitely
you.
gonna
Hit me
fucking
up,
talk about
please.
you, man.
Yeah.
So good dude, great
Sweetest guy
guy.
ever.
He's
He is.
yeah, dude. Nothing.
Probably the nicest person I've ever met.
Yeah, one thing before we fucking rip this kid apart. One thing I can say about him is that no matter what happened to this kid, he still remained the most fucking
dude ever.
positive, genuine, like
facts.
wholesome guy who can sing like a fucking angel.
Oh my god, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
a fucking yes, he was an amazing singer.
Beautiful voice.
Like, with the, like he was fucking going
Falsetto,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
dude, he was like one of like he wasn't doing the hand thing, but he could do that shit, you know.
Also a trained massage therapist.
Really?
So, yeah.
That
Yeah, he
I
was
didn't
going
know.
to school before
Oh,
he joined the Army. He was
shit.
going to school
Riley,
to be
I'm sorry, I didn't know that, buddy.
masseuse, Yeah.
Oh,
so
fuck.
he gives the best shoulder rubs. And I'm not even afraid to say it. I'll say it straight up. As a fucking hetero straight male,
I did not know this.
I enjoyed his shoulder rubs.
I don't know if I should be jealous because you were getting fucking massages or like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, lucky. Fuck. Damn, and I hung out with you a lot, Ryan. You never brought this up, you fucking asshole. All right, now I'm definitely gonna rip you apart, dude. No, but yeah, he was like a golden retriever fucking personality. I swear to God, like the most fucking nicest human being.
Great dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's married, has a kid now. I keep up with him on social
He
media.
has a kid?
Yeah.
No fucking way. I
Yeah,
did
he has a
not
kid.
know that.
Yeah, he has a
Holy
kid. I just
shit.
saw him. I think he just posted something a
old?
couple of days ago.
Recent? Like
Yeah,
Okay.
like a couple of days ago.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so
Very recent.
yeah,
Wow.
very very recent. A couple days ago, I think.
Congratulations, Riley.
Yeah, congrats, brother. Yeah, I think he was on vacation or some shit like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I saw
living
he
his
was
fucking
snowboarding
life.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in Colorado.
So this kid walks into a battalion looking like a hot mess, like a fucking ham sandwich, just fucking
soup sandwich.
bags all over himself, stumbling in, right? And immediately fucking NCOs noticed this shit, so they started firing off on him, dude. Like, I don't even remember what they were just fucking with him.
Blood in the water.
Literally.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the game is rigged from the start too. Just being a new guy showing up, you're gonna get fucked up, especially by guys like Marin Herrera.
Dude, yeah.
Fucking,
Dude, there was one time I was walking in a parking lot, right? I was in fucking civilian clothes, just normal wear, not in uniform. And another one of the NCOs, he was, I don't even remember his fucking name. They were also in civilians, not in uniform. And so, excuse me. And so they were we crossed paths, and he just expected me to know who he was, and just started yelling at me and like, make me do push-ups. You're not gonna say hi to a fucking senior fucking
greeting at the
enlisted. Yeah, what the fuck? I was like standing there, and he's like, so stand at parade rest. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, we're in civilians, but whatever, brother. Like, I'll play this fucking stupid game. He's also like 3 times my size, so they're really, honestly.
Who was it?
Fuck, dude.
Who was it?
I don't remember. I'm terrible with names. I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
Do you remember what platoon they were in?
They weren't even in our they weren't in our company.
Yeah,
different company. Different company.
Anyway,
we saw him in Germany.
Going on a tangent. So you coming behind Riley?
Yes,
Riley's
he's like literally stumbling, like not over exaggerating, stumbling into.
And this is your first experience coming to your unit, right? So you've done all this training. You deploy immediately. And you're like, damn, this is it. This is my group.
Well, okay, so in Riley's defense, there was worse in basic. I've definitely seen worse in basic, for sure.
Well, but also not just Riley, but like seeing all the like the NCOs and shit, like tearing them apart and shit. That's got to be like, oh fuck. You know, like
oh shit, yeah, like oh shit, basic moment, carries over, like it doesn't end. All right, sick.
Yeah,
right.
like damn, this is my life.
All I had to do was just hide in his shadow. That's all I had to do.
But Riley came to our platoon though, so the shadow that you had to hide behind was Tag.
That was a big shadow. Yeah. Shout out to Tag, buddy.
Pretty
love
easy,
you.
Yeah.
One thing I could say about this guy before I start ripping him apart is we were roommates, and he is one clean fucking guy. Probably one of the cleanest guys I've lived with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tag's one of the cleanest guys I've lived with. Super cool guy. Like you could sit down and have a conversation with him about fucking anything. And he played a lot of the games that I played, like Halo and shit like that, like especially the OG one. I think he played professionally too. Halo
Tag?
1? Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think so. I think he had like a legit
to join the army.
Fucking broke. Yeah, I don't know.
You're telling me right now, no one would leave that. No one would leave a professional esports job to join the army.
Bro, back then that shit was not. I think it was like MLG or he had an MLG shirt.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I think he said he did. If you did, Tag, fucking let me know.
But that's just like how everyone who played football or wrestled before the army was like D1. I was an All-American. Like, no, you fucking
before
weren't.
I tore my ACL.
Yeah, you have so many of those guys.
Tag was a professional gamer before he fucking got carpal tunnel. So, but anyways, so yeah, Tag's a super fucking cool dude. I was his roommate. Yeah, like you could literally like he could banter back and forth, and it'd be nothing but love. Super solid guy. He definitely would have your back regardless, no matter what. So fucking shout out to you, Tag. But yeah, so I had to hide behind fucking Tag's fucking shadow. But back to Riley. So he stumbles in, and the very first thing that NCOs say as everybody gets in the door after Riley's getting his shit kicked in is, y'all motherfuckers ready to go to Afghanistan? So then I remember the very first thing that went through my mind was, all right, cool, welcome to Fort Bragg. That's sick. But in his defense,
so that was the moment you knew you were deploying, or did you already know?
Yeah, I already knew.
Okay, cool.
So I was already hype about it because I feel like
that's the dream, dude. You can't ask for better than that.
No, you want that immediate deployment. Like, I feel like that's how usually everybody is. Because after all that training and all that bullshit that you go through, you're like, fuck, I really want to do this now. Not necessarily the aspect of fucking run and gun and kill, but just to like,
as a young infantryman too, like all the guys that are training you at this point, all the drill sergeants, guys that are in school, they all have deployed and had a lot of combat experience. So you're learning from these guys, and you look up to these guys who've like been down range and done shit. So there's also a part of you like, I get to go like earn my place. Yeah, that was like what I was feeling.
They make sure that they rub that shit in your face, no matter what. Like anything that went wrong with you, there was always a one-up story. Like every single time. Like I swear to God, they would give you like, they would fucking lose a leg and do like a 12-mile ruck after that if you told them that you fucking broke your foot on a fucking movement or some shit like that. It was always they always had a one up. But yeah, so it was before that when I was getting my orders from airborne school. They said that I'm not trying to pretty much. They said first BCT is already downrange, and more than likely he's like, I would bet my next paycheck you're gonna go there. And I was like, so he's like, I'm not telling you that you are, but like he's
prepare for it,
exactly.
Right?
So I kind of
get it, write a will, you know?
Yeah, honestly, that's when I did all that shit. I made sure that I got all my life insurance and shit, everything fucking. That was an interesting conversation with my mom.
And shit, yeah,
that was an interesting conversation with mom. And it's like, it wasn't weird. It's not weird for us, but for her, having to have that conversation, I think, like, hey, I could possibly, I need to give you this information just for the next
just
fucking,
a formality.
Yeah, you know, for the next 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't, she wasn't really too excited about that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so got that early deployment. And yeah, Ryan Lee from the start he was already frontline arrested.
Yeah.
Already he was sweating by the time we left.
Yeah.
Like it was, the games had already begun and it carried on. I was not in his platoon. I moved over to 1st platoon with my boy Tag, and Ryan Lee went over to 4th platoon.
Yeah, he came to ours, yeah.
So, a little bit about Tag, and then we'll pass it off to you about your experience with Ryan Lee. Because I feel like Tag's not too much more exciting, so I feel like it'd be better to finish off on a more exciting character such as Ryan Lee.
Yeah, or we could just go into like, I guess, you know, those boys are cool, but like more so on how we met. Because on deployment, we really weren't that cool, actually, because we were in different platoons. So he went to 1st platoon, I went to 4th platoon. Well, I was already there in 4th platoon. And I feel like we didn't actually get cool until we got back. Just because, like, we had such different, like, work schedules and stuff like that. More so on deployment, like, you're not that cool. You're really kind of stick more with your group.
Yeah, so it was more of just like, it was like we would see each other.
Yeah, like in passing or shit.
Yeah. And there's always that moment where you kind of like meet everybody, you know what I mean? Where you say, what's up, everybody kind of introduces themselves or vice versa type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more of just like a fucking just kind of pass by. I was, the first person I really hung out with was Myring.
Nice. Yeah. Makes sense.
And then, yeah, when we got back after everything was all good. We got back, what, November?
Yeah, we got back November.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, November 19th, I believe.
Damn, you remember the dates.
Yeah, or the 11th. One of those two.
Yeah. And it was...
No, I lied. November 5th. For sure, November 5th. Sorry. Last time, November 5th.
Yeah. So, and yeah, and then I
got promoted the day we got back. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah. That was sick. Yeah, fuck yeah. So, yeah, that's why he remembers.
Dude, we got back. We'd spent all day, because it's a long ass process. I mean, we finally got back stateside, like plane touched the ground, like maybe like lunchtime, 1 p.m. ish or something like that, early afternoon. We didn't get out of there until like what, 10?
Yeah, I remember literally, and I'm not exaggerating, literally running to the corner market to get beer before they would cut off selling alcohol for the night, because after that it was
just
like
down to the Airborne PX or whatever.
Yeah, because I think it was Saturday and they don't sell on Sundays or some shit. I don't know. Something happened that I had to get it.
I think it's 10 p.m. is when they stop. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I had to. So I ran. I fucking went for that shit.
Sprinting that shit.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Absolutely. Yeah. After a deployment, 100%. Yeah. Because that's all you think about. That's all you're looking forward to is like.
Dude. So the command decided it would be a good time. Myself and who else was getting promoted? Cologne?
Was it?
No,
Yeah.
Cologne. Might have been Cologne. Myself and someone else were getting promoted, right, to specialist. And they decided that now, of all times, would be the perfect time to do it. So everyone's been here for like fucking 10 hours. They just want to go home and spend time with their families. They just got back from Afghanistan. And we're doing this stupid-ass fucking promotion ceremony that no one gives a fuck about.
I remember. Yeah, and like it wasn't even for really significant ranks. It was just like...
it was just us two.
To get to the specialist, right?
Yeah. No one gave a fuck, right? But they decided that was the perfect time to do it.
I fucking hated that.
Dude, and so I'm talking to my mom about it because I'm see like who's pinned me. And we're like, oh, it'd be cool if my little sister does it. So my little sister goes to pin me, and she takes off my old rank, and instead of putting my new one on, she just throws it. It was just this whole fucking situation that everyone's like yelling at us, like, hurry the fuck up, we want to go home and shit. I'm like, I didn't ask for this.
Your sister's having this fucking panic attack.
Yeah, just fucking it up.
Screaming, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's fucking wild.
But we get back from Afghanistan, right? And so partying ensues, right? We just got back from a deployment, and really when you get back, you don't have a whole lot of work to do. So you go to work and you're basically working half days, and then it's just party time. So we would like the barracks, just picture it as like fucking college dorms.
Literally, yeah, just outdoor
college
dorms.
Yeah.
Very old shitty
Yeah.
college outdoor dorms. Yeah.
So we're just partying all the fucking time, and I was on the 4th floor, and you were also on the 4th floor, right?
yeah. I was on the 4th floor every fucking time they moved me, and I'm gonna go into that one later.
So we get close because we're partying, and like you start mingling with everyone in the company regardless of your platoon, and especially because we all lived on the same floor. We were partying and we got close and started hanging out. And I think what really did it was we got back November, we had Christmas leave, and then I believe in January we got put on that cook detail.
Dude, yeah.
And that's whenever we got tight.
And it was like fucking night and day, because that on that detail we have that picture that you have as your Xbox profile picture.
Oh yeah, the one in the snow.
Yeah,
I'm like leaning against it.
I'm leaning into your shoulder.
Yeah. It's a good picture.
Yeah. How long was that detail? Like a week, right?
No, it was longer than that.
Was it?
It was almost a month.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So the cooks in our brigade were doing this stupid competition, right? And
because okay.
yeah, because they're so focused on cooking or something like that, they outsource all the
getting their
bitch
cross
work.
spatulas.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid ass. Which they surprisingly won consistently, even though whenever we would go on a day-to-day basis, terrible food. So these motherfuckers just
Powdered
bust out the
eggs.
stops, but can't treat us,
It's such bullshit,
to a
dude.
proper meal.
So bad.
It was
awful.
actually more disrespectful to see them win. I would have rather seen them lose.
I've never seen so many people become religious just to use religious dietary restrictions as a way to get out of paying for that
It's not
bullshit every month.
halal or, all that shit.
So many people who were not religious became religious like fucking very quick.
But I haven't seen it work though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it never
Yeah,
does,
never
because
does.
they know.
They
They
wanna
fucking
fuck
know.
you.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
So then, this cook detail, and it wasn't just like, hey, we're going to go help out and fucking give a helping hand. No, it was these motherfuckers weren't there yet. We went before they even had to show up and set up these bullshit ass tents that required a fucking 10-man team. It's like, what the it took like 2-3 people to lift one of these, those tall poles, like the tallest one that creates like the peak of the tent.
Dude, and they don't even know how to put the shit together.
Yeah.
This is their shit that they don't even know how to put together. So it's like me, you, that one guy from that mechanic from Golf Company who was cool as fuck. I forget his name.
Oh,
That white dude.
Wait,
Yeah, Hilliard? Hillard?
what? No, I was thinking somebody else. Oh, I was thinking
Anyway.
of a black guy.
Oh, shit. Anyway, why? Because he's a cook? Because he's a mechanic?
No, because I knew somebody who was fucking sick.
Just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, a bunch of us are doing all this work for them. This detail sucks, but there was no supervision from our unit. So that was the cool part. So we basically could just fuck off and do whatever minimal work that the cooks wanted. And then we were just in our spare time playing video games or doing whatever the fuck we wanted.
Literally, yeah.
That's whenever we got pretty tight.
Yeah, because there really wasn't. We started working out together.
Yeah, we
That's
started
what
working
it
out.
was. Yeah,
We would go get food all the time. That was like a big one. We would go,
Yeah.
Mellow Mushroom.
Mellow
all that
Mushroom
shit. Just get
Vietnamese
food.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Dude,
is so
shout out to
good.
Vietnamese restaurant on Yadkin Road, dude.
Yeah. Dude, you know the place is good whenever it's that simple of a name.
Yeah, when it's literally
Vietnamese
just
restaurant, that's it.
Chinese or
That tells you everything you need to know.
yeah, it's straight to the fucking
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just ever since then, we've been pretty much just saying how fucking we're gonna get out, we're gonna fucking room together, we're gonna have a house together, we're gonna be just living in our own shit, doing our own thing. So it's about fucking what the cook detail was before or after leave.
After leave.
Okay, so
Yeah.
circa 2015. So this has been since 2015 that we've been just
8 years.
premeditating this.
Yeah. It's been a
This,
long time coming,
This
honestly.
plan.
You know, you've had a bunch of ups and downs and kind of going on our different paths. Like, he got out a lot earlier than I did. I stayed in for a little
Yeah.
bit longer before I realized, I wanted to get out. But when I did, I knew exactly where I was going,
His heart spoke to him.
Yeah.
And speaking of ups and downs, I don't think we really got into it too many times. We've never gotten to a point where we wanted to hurt each other.
No.
I think we just got into a point where it was I think the worst
arguments.
I think the time that we were the most mad at each other with such a sounds like such a married couple.
Such
dude.
a petty reason?
Yeah, no, I don't even remember why it was,
okay,
but it was Hornberger's baby shower when fucking all that.
When Otter...
Yeah,
shit, I should have named
yeah,
drop, sorry.
was it-
We'll redact that.
Yeah. So before I get into
Fuck, sorry, dude.
no, but yeah, before that whole situation, or at the end of all that situation, I think just from the tensions of this wild fucking night, like it was so bad. Like it's probably better that we don't speak on these people's names. Just because it was like a lot of like legal, there was a lot of legal shit that
We're no
ensued.
stranger to that.
Do we want to? I don't know if we want.
No, we probably don't. Maybe in the future, but
Maybe on a Patreon.
oh yeah, that's a perfect.
Because that's another legal one that are we legally allowed to talk about it?
Full details in the Patreon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Subscribe.
So, anyways, but at the end of the night,
Don't even have it. There is no Patreon.
We really don't have a Patreon. After that all that craziness ensued, I think
Did
it's
we
just
ride
from
together?
No, we rode there together.
Damn,
Yeah,
so you
see where
did
I'm
get
getting.
each other.
See where I'm going with this, guys.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, we'd both been like drinking kind of.
Yeah, we were getting fucking pretty fucked up.
Dude, yeah, we were. It got to a point where we were swimming in heavy rain.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it was
there's like a
thundeering.
thunderstorm going on.
Yeah, and we were still in the pool. We didn't give a
cracking
fuck.
reds, apple ales, and shit.
I think
just
we
getting
threw
fucked up.
I didn't throw it because I'm a reasonable drunk, but I think somebody threw a chair in there. Oh, we're not speaking on this matter. Remember?
Yeah. But a chair was thrown.
That was a chair. There was a chair thrown, and so anyways, I remember you going like looking at me, and you were like fucking so sassy, dude. You were so mad.
I did get sassy when I drink.
Dude, yeah, but
that
it was
time
never
period,
usually
I
towards
was
me.
really-
It was never usually towards me, but at that time it was towards me. And you were
Yeah.
like, you know what, dude? Whatever. Fucking, I'll find a different ride home. Because you rode with me in Olga.
Yeah,
Rip
yeah.
Olga. And so, then you fucking just like stormed off.
Yeah.
I think it was over petty bullshit. Oh yes, because I gave you shit for fucking walking in an oil stain on the road, like a significantly fresh oil stain. He just like walks right through it, and I'm like, dude, don't walk in the. And then he walks over it or through it, and I'm like, dude,
I was probably like, don't tell me to where to walk.
it literally
like
is
that,
what it was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was literally. Why, don't tell me where to walk.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I don't care.
I was like, bro,
I knew
no,
it was there.
I
knew.
Shit like
Yeah.
this. And I'm like in serious mode, and he's drunk, so I'm like, well, I'm drunk too. So it's
Yeah.
like, no, motherfucker, this is like, you're getting get that in my car.
Yeah.
And it was a new car. Like I had just got this. I wasn't even 6 months old at this point.
Yeah, you babed that thing for a while. Yeah.
And so, then we kind of bickered back and forth, and then you stormed off.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
I think that was
happens.
like the worst and the worst it ever
Yeah.
got between us. So
That
it
shit
wasn't that bad.
happens. I was gonna say think of another time, but that was kind of regarding that whole situation we were in, the Raleigh situation. Let's just refer to it as that. But
Yeah.
I had to obviously talk to certain people legally,
Dude,
and I said I had to mention a circumstance that we were all involved in, and you were kind of upset at me for that because it could have, got back to you in an unfavorable way.
when I was literally no part of it.
Yeah, but the circumstances I was in, I
Yeah.
kind of had to, and so we had a bickering about that, but just random small things that
I
we,
don't even remember that, to be honest.
yeah, well, yeah, it happened, but it wasn't a huge thing.
Yeah, see, so that's how like
so,
insignificant our fucking hardships have been.
But yeah, honestly, it's been a fucking blessing, man, because like, it never even like working closely together, just always being in different platoons and stuff like that. We always were like super tight, and then even after you got out and I PCS and I moved to Campbell, that whole time I was in Tennessee, we were still like gaming on Xbox all the time, like
Yeah.
still fucking super close. And then I moved out to California, which was cool because it's so close to here. So like on my way out to California, I got to like, I stopped by and visited him and hung out, and
I went over there.
Yeah.
There was a brief period of time, I think there was like maybe like a year, where we kind of just
we didn't really talk like that.
we kind of just did our own thing, and then after that it was just right back to the thing, you know.
I feel like that's how you know you're best friends with someone. I think we were just talking about this the other day. Is whenever you can go like a certain period of time without talking with them, and you just pick up like you left off.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
instantly.
100%.
Like, you never had that break.
Yeah, it's that. I think it's like it comes with that maturity and understanding that we're fucking adults at this point. Like
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
literally in your military career. I'm over here doing my thing, like working and doing all of like paying my bills, living life, being fucking a civilian again. You know what I mean? For the first time, figuring that shit
Going
out.
through a whole transition. You know?
Right. Yeah. So it's like it's understandable. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of times where people take that as like, well, if they really care, it only takes 2 seconds. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because
Shut
it
up.
goes both ways, man.
Yeah,
And I think
shut up.
people fail to look inward in those situations, you know?
And that's where that self pride, I feel, kind of
Yeah.
comes into play and compromises that when you just look at it very like intrinsically.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, then fucking came back to, we fucking were gaming all the time together, and everything kind of just lined up, you know?
Yeah, everything lined up. I basically just had gotten to the point where I decided I want to get out of the Army. I didn't want to move back home. My family lives in Oklahoma, and it's not really where I want to be. And I'd already visited out here a few times. I really fell in love with like the Phoenix area. It's just too fucking hot in the summer. But other than that, it's dope as fuck.
In this summer.
So I hit him up and I was like, yeah, dude, like, I had the same conversation with him a while when I was in Tennessee and stuff like that, but I was just too scared to get out. But
Yeah,
in California,
I kept saying like, dude, come on. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
yeah, he was trying to convince me from the beginning. But
That
I
sounds
was
like
just,
I sound like a piece of shit now.
you know, there's propaganda in the Army, there's brainwashing that if you get out, you're just gonna be this like homeless veteran with a cardboard sign, and you need the Army to stay alive. That
Look at us.
yeah, and it's so false. You
Yeah,
know,
look at
obviously,
us.
if you get out without a plan and you don't.
With debt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't
set
take care of
yourself up,
yourself. Yeah, you don't take care of your
You
shit
can be in a
before.
bad position, but
Because at the end of the day, like, you can determine when you get out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in the Army, especially like as a lower enlisted, you don't really have much responsibility financially.
yeah, no, not at all.
The only way that you would is if you
we're married and with kids and had like that already. you
right,
know?
or you're just a dumb shit and you decide to go get a Camaro for fucking
Facts.
20%,
Go
you know what I
spend
mean?
your money on
yeah.
strippers and fucking beer and shit.
That's like impulse bought a fucking Harley, dude. Fuck, dude. I regret selling that, but I had no choice.
You get another one.
Yeah. It was because I told him my car, and at the time I had to drive for work, and Harley in metropolitan Phoenix does not sound very.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah,
You can't
no.
lane split here, which is stupid.
It's fucking weird. So, yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of I forgot my train of thought.
Yeah, basically just how like the long version of how we met.
Oh,
You know, and
That's what it
where
was.
we're at here, and
I'm
now
gonna cut
I
you
moved
off.
in and
okay. Now I'm
What's
gonna
up?
cut you off.
Okay, yeah, go
well,
for
you
it.
gonna let me cut you off?
cut me off.
All right, thank you.
Cut me off,
Can I
bro.
cut you off now?
Bro, cut me off, bro.
I'm gonna cut you off.
Do it. Take it easy. man.
Stop, I'm a virgin. So, there was a time also where I had gone to California to go visit him,
Yeah.
but it was a surprise.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Because I
yeah.
visited you once or twice.
Big Bear, and then that time.
Yeah,
So
so twice. Shout out to fucking Netta for helping me hook this whole thing up together.
This shit was
Yeah.
cool. This shit was really cool.
Yeah, that was fucking cool because like I didn't really like obviously like I hung out with like her in the group like that, but I didn't really know her really to the point where like I never like hung out isolated with her, you know. So she came up with the idea to help me surprise him for his birthday. And so what ended up happening was she drove an hour from the office to pick me up from the airport and then drive me back. So it's like, yeah, like when I felt like I didn't really know her like that, like we were obviously cool, we were friends and shit
LAX
like
too,
that.
so you got some time on the way back.
Yeah, exactly. So for someone to be like, yeah, no, I got you. Like, fuck, all right, cool, thanks. So shout out to Netta for that.
She's cool.
Yeah, cool as fuck. And so drove
That's all she
there.
gets. She's cool for me. That's all she gets. Sorry, I'm just my bad.
Just really had to make sure she
No,
knew us.
yeah.
So
We can't hype her up too much, otherwise her head will get too
you're
big,
right.
you
You're
know?
right. You're right. Nah, yeah,
She's alright.
Yeah, mediocre at best. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I seen her. Like, I think she spit on a homeless person one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just slander her real quick. Yeah.
No, that never happened. That never happened. But and the way that I made this work was kind of funny. Was because I called you, right, and I was just talking to you, just bullshitting, like,
Dude,
oh
I
yeah,
was
what are
at
you
the
doing?
house. All right, so I was pretending that I was working because at this time I was a recruiter. So I was at the house, and so I got caught in 4K, bro, because he called me asking about I don't know whatever he was, and I was like. I think I ignored the first call, and then you called me again. So I was like,
I do that a lot, though. If you don't answer, I'm going to call your ass again.
Yeah,
I'm
and
calling
that's
you
how I kind of
twice.
know it's like a little bit more important.
Yeah,
So I was like, dude, what? Like, I'm working. And you brought up, I don't know, something.
I was just, hey man, how you doing? I just wanted to see what you're up to. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what it
just getting
was.
Chick-fil-A, dude. Like, and it was like Chick-fil-A from like I was getting Chick-fil-A, but it was like literally from like down the street from his office.
Yeah.
To like unbeknownst to him, I'm like down the street. He's thinking I'm back home. So to him in his mind, I'm just being fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure he's at the office, so I'm not just fucking, you know what I mean? Like I wanted, I had an idea in my head of how this was gonna work, and so he ended up, I'm at the office, whatever. And so moving forward to when I get there, Netta walks in, does the whole bullshit. I walk in after, and then
So he rings are you talking about at the office?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he rings the doorbell.
I did forget that. Yeah.
For our office, yeah. And everyone is telling me, I'm like in the back. Right? So I'm not going to answer the door. And everyone is harassing me to answer the door.
That's what it was.
And I'm like, you motherfuckers get up and answer the fucking door. I don't care. I'm doing something.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the fucking sun with some Chick-fil-A in my hand, just trying to get inside.
Yeah, and everyone's like, no, go answer the door. It's for you. Just being like super obnoxious about it. And I was like, wow, you guys are really going to make me fucking do this. So I'm thinking it's like some walk-in, some guy who's gonna annoy me with like issues, but still wants to join the army. And I already was not having the best day, which is why I was short with you on the phone. So I was like already not having the best day. So I opened the door, and then he like hides around the corner. So there's no one out there. I'm like looking around, and
That
I'm
was
like,
improvised, by the way. I'm a mastermind.
so I'm like,
of
no one's
surprises.
fucking here. And then I think as soon as I closed it, you rang it again. I opened it, and then he just like.
Hey!
Pokes his fucking head out, and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I lost my mind. That shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was fucking awesome, and then we made out.
Yeah. And it got hot and heavy and
In
just
front of
cool.
everybody in the office.
Yeah.
I'm fucking struggling with this.
You're not used to that?
No, dude. I never not used to something this big.
Look like you're experienced.
Okay, so yeah, and that was a fucking sick ass weekend, dude. Like we ended up like going and getting some fucking
Yeah, we did a bunch of mushrooms that night.
fresh. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's
so,
probably the best experience on mushrooms I've ever had.
yeah, dude. All the vibes were up. We had just gotten some we had gotten the world's best shrimp.
Oh, that was the next day. Sorry.
Was
so
that
you're
the
talking about the night before, the night of, or the day after? Because yeah, this whole thing was planned around my
Oh, it was
boss's
the day after.
birthday.
It was the day after.
So the day after, yeah, we were gonna go down to San Pedro, the market down there, and get some fucking sick ass seafood.
Yes, yes. The world's best.
World's best, yeah.
That's what it was called.
And that was the next day, yeah.
Okay,
But,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
my bad. But the night before, that's whenever we took a bunch of mushrooms and
Yeah, that's
stayed up later
right.
than
We were fucking
should've.
just starfishing in the pool and dude, it was sick because like it was nighttime, right?
Yeah.
And they lived in this bougie ass fucking apartment
Super nice,
complex. Like this is some, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like glass walls. They had the fucking
There's
like these
fire
long
pits.
rock fire pits
Yeah.
where like flames are just
palm
kind of
trees
just
everywhere.
palm trees.
Super
There's
nice apartment.
LEDs illuminating the trees, like illuminating the pools. So when you're tripping on shrooms, you're having a fucking blast.
That's actually why they put those in there.
Probably, honestly. It's fucking good moves.
Yeah.
Fucking solid. A1 to that. Fucking shout out to them. But yeah, and then finished off the night by watching some Midnight Gospel, right?
Yeah. I think so. We went to the pool, hot tub, had fun, came up, and we were listening to Nintendo music and bullshitting.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
after that, I think
we got
watched some
like
Midnight Gospel.
food, right? Didn't we get like Chinese food or some shit like that?
Thai food.
Thai food.
Thai food,
Wow, I'm racist.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thai
'cause
food.
Max and the. Oh, no, wait. Is this a different time?
I'm thinking of that time too, or was that
'cause
the
Max
day that we
came
low
over.
dosed in the pool?
Same weekend, huh?
we did
same
we did
weekend,
a lot. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We did a lot of streams that weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom. And so yeah, that night we got there, we did a lot, and then the next day we just did. We just fucking.
That's what it was.
We
the
just went
next
to the
day.
fucking-
Yeah, the next day, that's when we watched Midnight Gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Max came over and we had like a party. That was fun. Renee
Yeah,
was
that was
over and shit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So fucking all around sick time. I think whenever you and I go out, or like not go out, but like even go out, honestly, do anything like that's just outside of staying home, it usually ends up being like kind of an adventure, especially like early day us.
Oh, dude, yeah, we were
early
known
day us
to get into some shit, you know,
dude.
You never know what's gonna happen, but like, be prepared for anything.
like if we're not even sure if we can legally say something, like that kind of gives an idea of
some of it's redacted, you know.
Yeah, some of it's documented.
Yeah, true. A lot of it's documented, actually. Yeah.
So but like all around just fucking a good time, dude. Like despite all these crazy fucking like times that we had, like getting into fights with people, having people like threaten to shoot up barracks type shit, like all kinds of craziness. That one I know I can talk about. It's just like no matter what, it like still we fucking rode it out. Like I think that's also what made us closer, is not only like
I think so too,
writing out all the like the dumb bullshit fucking tasks that we were fucking assigned and shit like that, like all these details, all this bullshit throughout the army, the dumb field events, like all like the crazy fucking nights where we're individually getting interviewed because by a fucking stripper bouncer because a fucking one of our buddies just didn't pay his fucking tab, dude. So then now we're all trying to figure out where the fuck this guy is. Like it's just one thing or another.
My 21st birthday, where I decided to fucking assault everyone and try to walk home through the woods.
Not try, he almost made it. Actually, he got a lot closer than you would think. Dude, capable. To me, fucking passing out in a fucking bathtub before we even go to the club. Like I took a whole ass pillow in there.
Yeah, dude. We went through some. Yeah, I think that shit on top of like the army shit brings you closer, man.
Facts.
Like,
100%.
You get tight with someone like that.
It's been a lot of well, pretty much almost all like good times and very very little bad.
Oh yeah.
Or not even bad. Very little. Eh.
Yeah. Meh. You know? Plus, we have similar interests. I think that was always a big thing too. You know?
Yeah, so a lot of our interests kind of align.
We're into like the same music type. Like a lot of the shit that we are into, like similar stuff.
And I feel like we're very impressionable of each other too. So like with that being said, naturally,
that's true.
Like
you start doing something, then I'm like into it.
Yeah,
and I start doing something, you're into it. Yeah,
exactly. So I feel like because we have like, I think our personality types are very similar. So that's what allows us to be very like impressionable of the other.
X.
So that's a pretty solid dynamic that we have. And on the flip side, we're equally like introverted in a way to where like we can kind of coexist in the house and pass by each other without fucking saying a single fucking word.
I think we've gone a whole day. I think like not too long ago we went like maybe almost 2 days without even fucking saying shit to each other.
Yeah, but like then like randomly one of us will be like, dude, so this one thing, and then it turns into an hour-long conversation. Yeah, I think like when was the last time that I actually texted your phone?
Oh, dude.
Let's see. I have to. The fact that I have to scroll and dig. Damn, dude, where are you? What? Oh.
Yeah, there's no need. Shit. You know, there's no need. Oh, well.
Oh, outside of, okay, because I
send me that.
Yeah. Outside of that, before. So outside of today.
Yeah, today doesn't count.
Yeah. Was Sunday the 19th.
Oh, it was my birthday, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I was saying happy birthday.
That's a fair reason. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And then before that was a month prior, January 26th.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then another month.
Yeah.
Another month, yeah.
Yeah.
We have our monthly text, you know?
Yeah, you sent me a gif of a Klansman.
What's the context?
Let's see. The context behind the fucking Klansman.
The Klansman photo.
We're gonna have to. Oh, that's okay. So we have a fucking problem here at this fucking house.
Oh boy.
Okay, before I get into this,
though. That's a good thumbnail, clickbait title.
Yeah, there you go.
We have a problem. Oh no. Anyway,
so
content brain.
So okay, before I fucking start bitching about these first world problems, I respect every single fucking how do I word this? Entrepreneur, you know. Okay. I respect all entrepreneurs of all practices, you know what I mean, of all trades, to include, plumbing, landscaping, that of my Hispanic brethren,
Okay,
right? To
okay.
include owning several fucking work trucks that you want to park on the side of the goddamn road.
That's right. I know where this is going.
Dude, oh my God. All right, no, I fucking don't.
We need an HOA.
Yeah, honestly, okay. So like, don't get me wrong. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind, but when you have your driveway and the walkway in front of your door, like blocked
cars,
with
yeah.
cars, like 3 or 4 trucks that don't work trucks that don't work. Then you have a work truck parked in front of your house, and then you have a work truck parked in front of our mailbox. I'm not over exaggerating. I swear to God, this is one
They
person.
picked the worst places to just strategically park their fucking
He's like,
trucks.
what's that game on the computer? The old fucking Windows 98 game,
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper.
Yeah.
He's just playing fucking Minesweeper with placing his trucks.
Yeah.
Because he has one in front of the mailbox.
Battleship.
Yeah. And then he has one in front of our house.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, come on. So, anyways. And that's just one. Not now. The neighborhood itself, like every street's gonna have like 3 or 4 work trucks.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. But when it's fucking all from one guy, like that's a little excessive.
Just littering your trucks everywhere, like not really considerate of your neighbors,
And to be honest, and to be like completely honest, I think one. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 2 of the fucking 5 are operable.
Yeah.
The rest, like, legit in the way I know is because there's flat
So you
tires,
parked your fucking-
spider webs under the fucking car type shit. Like, there's no way this car's running type shit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so back to the context of you sending this Klansman.
Some stepbrother shit. Yeah. We gotta bring the value down. The fucking
Okay. I sent him a video. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars parked in front of our house. 4 cars directly in front of our house. Probably all from the same person. 4 trucks in one car. And I just put why. Because at this point it's been pretty known. Like, it's been pretty known. Okay, the reason why it bothers me is because it's kind of a dick pain to like pull out of my driveway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only that, so it's like you
gotta go around all these fucking big ass trucks taking space. Yeah.
And we can't back in because these trucks are taking up half the road. So you're going to have to do a fucking Austin Powers 14-point turn. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to work.
It is annoying.
So then when you back out, you have to do an Austin Powers fucking 3-point turn. You know what I mean? To get out.
You took the power back though.
Yeah, I parked. I parked a '96 Corolla right where everybody does, and it's just been holding true.
Yeah,
she's fucking.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
hasn't moved it since.
No, I'll like reverse it like a foot just to keep it started, but like or keep it going. But yeah. So I sent him a video of that, and he just asked. We're gonna have to take matters into our own hands at this point.
Yeah.
He asked that, and I said, "You thinking what I'm thinking?" And then he sends the GIF of the Klansman. So that was the context of
We're on
the same
wavelength.
Yeah, we both resorted to racism.
Yeah. It's default.
Yeah, default. But so that's kind of a little bit about who we are, where we came from. As you can tell, this podcast is going to be a whole lot of bullshitting.
A lot.
We did say
we
at
had
the
a
beginning.
whole like a fucking itinerary, came up with like a plan and everything to get it flowing, and we had a bunch of shit written down. We basically just did the first one.
Yeah, we literally only touched base on the first 1 or 2. We were supposed to make fun of your staff.
That's right, I have staff.
Yeah, he's got staff, and I drank coffee out of his cup.
And he doesn't know how to spell staff because he thought it was spelled STAFF. Like, I just had someone working for me on my fucking leg, you know? PH.
All right, listen. All right. I feel like everybody has a word they fuck up, like that they shouldn't be fucking up. So if this one is this one's my pass. I'm gonna say this one's my pass.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah. But
we were talking about our itinerary, and we were like, okay, what should we talk about? We come up with a list, and so one of them was just how we met and kind of a little bit of a little bit about us.
Yeah.
From a fucking brains.
Fucking
cognitive decline, dude.
Frontal temporal dementia. Hold on, that's not funny. There's a reason why we're laughing.
Fucking Bruce Lee.
No, dude, don't rip Bruce Willie.
Oh man. And we were like, how long is it going to take us to talk about ourselves and how we met? Probably not that long.
So he's like, dude, I feel like we need more
Let's
ideas.
add more.
The laptop the screen turned off.
Screen,
like
yeah.
5 minutes into the pod. And
We're like 2 in.
Yeah, we
2 or
literally
3
got
in.
the
We
first 2
bunch.
in.
Got a bunch to go through, but I think it's just better that we flow naturally, and I think the more we do this, the better we'll get at it.
Yeah, the thought process behind starting this one was let's just get this first fucking episode out the door.
It.
Yeah. We kind of went in
Do it.
knowing that it was gonna be this, that it was gonna be pretty fucking bad. Except me, I was great. I feel like I was pretty perfect.
I was perfect too, so
Then you got a perfect fucking podcast.
There we go.
So yeah, we kind of came into this knowing that it was gonna be pretty bad, pretty rough. But I feel like it's gonna be good at the same time. Yeah, it is a little weird.
yeah.
It's a little weird to be honest.
I feel like I'm talking to you normally, but I also talking to you consciously knowing that someone else is listening to this.
Maybe.
So
hopefully.
True. At least one person.
Yeah. No.
Johnny.
Yeah. I think we have
Johnny, if you made it this far, then I'm gonna put a password. I'm gonna put a challenge, right?
Yeah.
So what should the challenge be? Is math related to science?
Let me pass your card.
I'm gonna I'm gonna ask you, is math related to science? And if you get it, then I know you watched this far. But if not, then you're a liar because you said.
Oh, dude, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Also, hold on. Shout out to you if you do the skipping part and you happen to land in on that. Bonus points, bro. Like
Yeah.
you get a beer,
that
dude.
is
Like
meant to be.
yeah, you get something. But
You wanna go for an hour and a half?
fuck it. I'm
Yeah,
down.
let's do an hour and a half. We're gonna do just 60, but let's do 90.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
feeling
it.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling myself.
Feeling myself. Feeling my.
So, all right, then let's touch base on these fucking topics, man. I say.
What do we want to do next?
So we already. Okay, so technically we covered the
Oh.
Staph and the. So let's talk about how
How I got stuff? Unprotected sex.
AIDS.
Wrap it up, boys. Otherwise, that's how you get it.
You get Staph dick.
No, but it's funny actually because I'm pretty sure the theory is that other Jimmy had stuff.
So Jimmy,
I
if you're
got
watching this,
Staph.
he's blaming the fuck
So
out of you,
I'm
dude.
just saying, if he had staff and now I have staff,
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So
Oh, well,
you
we could
seem
talk
pretty
about
fucking.
that.
You seem
Similar-
pretty. What?
I was gonna say we could talk about that. Like speaking of similar interests earlier, we could talk about jiu-jitsu.
Oh, jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
Jiu-jitsu.
we could do that. Let me kind of touch base on this really quick because I feel like it'll tie into that.
Do it.
But it was gonna be just asking you, like how that's been affecting you because I noticed, or at least this is what I've seen, that the first day that I found out that you had staph was fucking when you were like telling me in that one
The
morning.
day after it, yeah.
Yeah. And you seemed pretty fucking peeved, dude. You
was
seemed like
upset.
you were not having a good time.
I was not.
You looked pretty
Dude.
upset.
When I can't train, I become Mr. fucking Grumpy Ghost.
Yeah, he's a fucking Krabby Patty when
Gets my
he fucking.
mind right. Honestly, like training, all that, like it puts me in a good mental space. And when I
Yeah.
can't do it, I become a fucking Grumpy Gills. So
Yeah.
whether it's like taking time off for tattoos or taking time off because I'm sick or fucking
Mm-hmm.
staph infection, like it just sucks because I want to train so bad, and when I can't, I get like just really upset. And I don't mean to take it out on you. I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
I don't mean to
babe,
be a
stop.
dick.
No, you don't. You don't take it out of me. I was talking to actually Johnny. If you have made it this far, you will confirm for me.
Nice.
But I was talking to Johnny about this earlier, or yesterday, or the day before. I don't know. It was at the gym, and I was just saying that like I'm just kind of like I can tell that you're upset and that you're just fucking fuming. So I just kind of let him do his own thing. Like if he's fucking grumpy, I know that you'll communicate that I'm the fucking problem. So
Yeah.
if you don't say anything,
Yeah.
then I'm just like, all right, cool. Like I'm not gonna be like Mr. Grumpy Pants. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like push your fucking buttons because when you're like, it's one thing to be like funny and like poke at somebody, but like when you're legitimately
timing.
not in a good mood,
Yeah.
nobody around you is gonna make you feel better by pushing your buttons.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, and like how you said, we went those 2 days without talking and then just started sparking up a conversation out of nowhere. Like I trust in that dynamic. So it's like, he'll be all right. Like just do your thing. Like go fucking, like I know, I understand that. I'm pretty sure it's because he can't train. So I'm just going to let him fucking fume it out.
Yeah, just because I don't want to be like a rude. So a lot of times when I get upset, I just get like quiet
Yeah.
because I don't like to like I don't want to try to say something that's like sounds like an asshole. Or
Right,
like that.
right,
So
right.
A lot of times I just like kind of keep to myself when I'm upset, especially if it's like it's not something that can really be changed. You know, nothing can be helped. Unfortunately, I just have to wait until these antibiotics run their course, and so it's like fuck. You know, I just spend some time being fucking bummed about it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, and also like there comes an understanding too from the opposition that like how I was saying earlier, when someone's upset, you have to understand that they're upset, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, there's a level of responsibility on your side as the person who's upset to be, you know, cognizant and aware of like what you say, the mannerisms that you present to other people. And equally on the other side of that, I feel like that should be reciprocated. I feel like that individual should be understanding and respectful of your dynamic and how they project themselves as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And it's like if you did say something, I highly doubt I probably would have just been like, oh fuck, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, no,
we would have just talked
yeah.
about it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like I would have been like snapping at you.
No, with us, like I feel like naturally we both kind of just, and I hate to say the term, we're just both direct. Because a lot of times when people say that term, I feel is diluted. Because when a lot of times you always hear like, oh, I'm not mean, I'm just direct, or I'm just blunt. Like, no, bitch, there's a difference between being like direct and being just a straight cunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be
Facts.
cunty.
Facts.
So like,
You can tell when there's sass behind it.
exactly,
There's attitude,
exactly. Like, there's a way to be honest. You can't just be like, yeah, you look fat. Like, no, don't fucking say that shit.
right?
You know, like unless you want to fucking get clapped up, you know what I mean? Then like you're saying the wrong things. I mean, sometimes you just got to say it for what it is. You know, if it's like someone that you're really close to, and you know you've been trying to drop that hint, and you just really got to get through. Do what you got to do. You trust your dynamic.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us, like I feel like with our level of being direct. Oh, then you need to chill your ass.
You're supposed to be watching CNN.
Yeah,
You're supposed to become a Democrat.
Yeah, we're slowly brainwashing my dogs with live local news. And so we really have the news playing just like as background noise. Honestly, we just type live news and pick like the first one that pops up. We don't even watch the news ourselves. Sometimes I catch myself watching it, and then when I realize like, holy shit, this is depressing. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm watching the news, and then I switch it.
That's how I found out about the Ohio shit.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. What would happen with you?
Shut up about it for like a week.
It's crazy what happens when you watch the news. How much information you find out.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
So
much going on in the world.
Oh man, and to think that I was anyways, but yeah, so when it comes to that, like naturally we're already direct with one another, so I don't feel like even while upset you're already used to direct statements, and just like that, like just like you are, I'm already used to
because you were
statements.
like, hey, what's up, man, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. But
yeah,
like,
in that moment I'm like, all right, cool, he's definitely not.
I could see how that would be like directed, like being a dick, you know.
I don't
But
give
it
a
was
fuck.
just
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't bother me though. You know what I mean? Like,
it was just like, man, I just didn't have like a bunch to say because I was all bummed out, you know.
Yeah, and I'm over here, but it's like,
right, you know,
at the very least, I wanted to kind of like see what was up though, you know. So I was like, "What's up, dude?" Like, and then you're like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Oh, I asked if you were training. That's what it was."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I have staff.
Yeah.
He's like, what? And then I just didn't want to talk about it, so I was like, very like
Minimal. And I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Like after like the first like 2 questions, I realized he was still short. I didn't want to probe.
Embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie too. Low key, I don't know why, but
Why?
I feel
'Cause
like
you're
it's
a
kind of
dirty
an
bastard?
yeah. That's what it implies, right?
Yeah. No, he doesn't shower
It's
after
a
training.
normal. it's
We
a
get
normal
home
thing.
and he's just
Everybody
like,
gets it.
yeah, when he gets home, he literally in his rash guard and his fucking combat shorts gets in the bed,
Yeah.
plays on his phone for like 10 minutes, and then he showers.
Passes out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? I shower the next day.
I was trying to help you out a little bit, but you fully outed
I'm trying to
yourself.
save water. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Financially responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that was a big thing too. Is like in my head, I felt embarrassed, and
Shit happens.
you know, yeah, it literally happens in like the cleanest gyms, like the cleanest wrestling rooms. Like it's just a risk that happens when you're training like that, right?
And it wasn't even because like it wasn't even like anything crazy. It's just started off because like you were I'm sorry to say it's shaving your legs.
Yeah. I was
Don't mean to out
trying
you again.
I was trying to be aesthetic. Okay.
Yeah, he was. What did the announcer say on Flow? Have you ever feel some
Dude,
arms
this
and
guy
legs
killed
freshly
me with it. Him and
shaved?
Kendall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, for like a good fucking, they wouldn't let it go.
You wouldn't stop talking about Nicky Rod's
when I
fucking
was rewatching it this
fucking
morning,
body. Yeah.
I was like, damn, he really went on for like 2 minutes about shaved legs.
Shining with the lights. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where it started, right?
Yeah,
but you
so I
took,
got
like-
a tattoo on my leg, right? So I had to shave the leg because, they can't tattoo over here and shit. And I got an ingrown hair from when my hair was growing back. And so the ingrown hair,
black
like,
jeans.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn curly hair. It pisses me off. But thankfully I got a,
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, brother.
It's made up in other ways, you know? But I got an ingrown hair, and then that became like a pimple, and then that popped, and so I think training on that's how it got infected.
Yeah,
because it
you did
became
wrap
like
it
an
up though.
open
Like
lane.
you weren't just like fucking.
I think I was too late though, because there was like a good 2 or 3 days where 2 or 3 days where I was training on it without taping it.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah. Or there was one day I was supposed to tape it, but I forgot, and I just went to the gym and did it.
So if anybody sees Jimmy in the fucking training room, do not roll with him. Just avoid him.
Yeah.
He's a
if I don't have tape on my leg, run away.
He's a walking staff. So yeah, how's that been, man? It's day what now?
Up. It's well,
Don't you?
It's getting a little bit better. Right?
Yeah, like that's on
Before,
the.
it was fucking super.
It'd be
gross.
ideal if it was on the left leg, so that way it was like on my side, you know.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck away from me. So yeah, how long has it been?
So I went to the ER on Friday. So that's when I was like officially diagnosed. So it's been about 3 days.
I'm sorry, you say diagnosed like it's a disease.
Yeah,
I mean, it's technically okay. It is
infection.
like it could fuck you up. Like staph, if it was
you
like
don't treat it,
yeah.
it can get into your bloodstream and get to your heart, and then you get the infection in your heart. So when the doctor was looking at it, he was like, "Oh, you're good," but basically so I just have to take like oral antibiotics. But if that happens, then you have to get
Oral.
Yeah, take it orally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if that happens, you have to get an IV antibiotics so that it can go straight to your bloodstream, and then you have to stay at the hospital. So thankfully it didn't get that bad. I was able to because I was watching it for like a week, dude, because I was like, I don't know.
Looking like some gangrene. That's fine.
Yeah,
It goes out and rolls.
Just doesn't seem right. Like it's feeling weird. It's looking weird. If it's an ingrown hair, it should have been gone by now. It just wasn't going away. So I was asking a few people. I mean, even Tim saw it, and he was like, "Oh, okay, it's just an ingrown hair."
He didn't give you shit for it.
Well, at first he was like, "Yo, what's that? What's on your leg?" Like,
Okay, did he say it like that, or did he actually?
He said it with like some
He's
concern.
like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Not like that. Man. He's like, "What's on your leg, Jimmy? What are you got going on
Yeah,
there?"
trying to play it cool, like he's not worried, but like
exactly.
really insisted on seeing it.
And so
Yeah,
I'm like
that makes sense though.
mid drilling with someone.
Yeah, I see you shin to shin training. You're drilling.
Yeah.
What's that on your shin?
Yeah, and so he looked at it and he was like, "Oh, it's just an ingrown." And at that time, it probably was just the ingrown hair.
Yeah.
And I asked him like, "Oh, should I cover it?" And he was like, "No, you're good. Just don't pop it." For that fucking reason.
Did you pop it?
I didn't pop it. It just popped because I kept training on it.
You didn't pop it. It just popped.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's like, you're hitting on it, stuff like that. There's a lot of pressure on it, on the ankle. It's just the worst spot to train, too. I was thinking about, like, if I got it somewhere else, it would have been so much better, but, like, it's just such a high contact spot.
Yeah. Because
Probably
you're
why I got it.
doing a lot of shin to shin. Yeah. Especially, like, if you're drilling that, too, like...
Yeah.
And it's, like... I don't know. Yeah, you can't really... The gi might cover it. The gi might not. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm also training a lot of no-gi at the time, so...
Damn, I did some fucking shin to shin with you, too. I think I'm good. Actually, I already checked myself out. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think it was just because I feel like if you don't have any open stuff or whatever, then you're fine.
Yeah, it's like AIDS, you know. You gotta just get that in the bloodstream type
exactly.
shit. I feel that. So essentially, Jimmy's got AIDS.
Yeah, so this will probably be the first and only podcast that I'm on. So thanks.
Well, no,
everyone.
let's at least get a couple out of you, you know.
Yeah.
For that.
Okay, yeah.
Before we feel some traction, leave people something.
Like that fucking that IV bag here. Next
Little by
time.
little, you're just gonna get more thin and like frail and like paler and like it's gonna be that's fucking funny. You're gonna be in we're gonna have to bring a hospital bed in here. You're gonna be slowly just deteriorating.
Yeah, but No, but yeah, I was just like embarrassed, I think, because like you know, it just implies that like you're a dirty bird. You're someone who like doesn't wash themselves or clean, and I've like super serious. I mean, we wash our geese as soon as we get home. I shower basically instantly, and then I have dinner. Like, we're pretty on top of like our hygiene, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, I just felt like embarrassing, you know? So that was I think a bigger reason why I was like upset about it too.
Yeah, and I feel like with that also, like when you hear like ringworm too, it's like that's also a common thing in like wrestling rooms, you know. But and I'm sure, well, when it comes to high school, we can't really bank on it. But I'm sure people of adult age who get ringworm are hygienically fucking mature.
Oh. Shit, sorry.
So like older people, you know what I mean, like adults type shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean,
okay,
who are like wrestling who get ringworm. I'm sure you know what I mean. They're doing, they're taking all the necessary precautions.
It's just bacteria, you know.
Yeah.
Just
all it takes is like someone coming from work, you know what I mean, straight from work, you know what I mean, and you got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna not roll with homie because they fucking just came from work. Like like we all get to train, you know what I mean. You're here, you showed up, you deserve to train.
Exactly, exactly. You know?
So, like a lot of that, you know what I mean. Especially, or even all it takes is just sweating at some point throughout the day, and then not getting a shower in after.
Yeah, you know. So I don't think it's that serious. Yeah, and talking with you and talking with Johnny about it, you know, I felt a lot better because, you know, they kind of reminded me of that. So
yeah, Johnny also does not want you to listen to him ever again.
Oh yeah, because they were trying to tell me I'm good. Yeah.
So Johnny and Adrian, you guys,
they're like, no, yeah, you're good, dude. It's just ingrown hair, and I was like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, because that, and also whenever Tim said it was fine, you know, I was like, for sure, it's good. But then I went to comp training that morning, and when I got back, dude, after training on it that morning, it went like 0 to 100. It was like super red around it. There was like pus coming out and shit. And I was debating like, fuck, like, do I go get this checked out? Is it just irritated?
Yeah.
But I was like, no, dude, I gotta go. I gotta go get this checked out. So
it's a good idea that you did though. Like, and whenever like anybody asks,
I went training that night.
Oh my god, dude, it's so gross. So whenever anybody asks, like, I didn't like want to out you or anything, but
I was
like,
wondering about that the other day. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, but like they're like, oh, Jimmy's out, and like Johnny already knew, so it's like I'm pretty sure you'd rather me tell him than Johnny. So I was like, yeah, no, Jimmy's out. He got a little sick. He got staph, and then they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, but I think it was from like an ingrown hair. Like the moment he noticed it, like I still got your back in it.
Thanks.
But I was like, yeah, the moment he noticed it, you know, he went straight to the ER, got antibiotics. He's just chilling at home, waiting for it to go away. And I was like, and it's crazy because he even wrapped it up, you know, every time he rolled. So I don't know how it got infected, but he's got it. So we're just waiting for it to fucking go away.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, it feels like I have an STD because I was thinking like, do I need to go back and tell like everyone I rolled with?
You should probably get tested. Hey, call him like it fucking randomly at like.
Because me and JX were like scrapping that day, you know, me and London were like, I rolled with a lot of people who are like the homies too, that I would feel so bad if I gave staph, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah, I feel bad when I get people sick, so I can't imagine giving someone a skin-eating disease that could potentially kill you.
I was thinking, do I go tell them? Or do I just let it ride?
It'll go around the gym. But see, also, I don't think people really care too much in that regard either. Like, they care, obviously, but it's like not to where it's like it's already been this long, and you like tell them like, "Hey, 3 weeks ago we rolled," and they're not gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know what I mean? No, I think you'd be good. Especially
that's what I was thinking.
Everybody at the gym, from my experience, is fucking. I haven't rolled with any stinkies, so. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like everybody's, for the most part, hygienic.
That's what I'm quite sure. Because it was taped up that day, too.
Except for me, because you got stuff. So
you're going to have some stuff.
It's like, I'm going to, like, wake up and your shin's going to be in my face. Like, all of my neck. Just a fucking staffed up neck, dude.
Dude, so in my search, so... You know, naturally, whenever you have something going on, you start YouTubing and Googling fucking everything about it.
Yeah, every other link was like, you have to cut your leg off type
shit.
Dude,
in my search about staph, I saw this fucking case in Australia. This chick got it all over her face from making out with a guy at the club who had it.
Oh my
god! She had a gnarly outbreak all under her like lip and under her throat.
Look at like some Walking Dead type shit, dude. Oh, ladies, like, you want to go be a hoe? Good luck getting that staph all over your face,
bro. That's great. Like I would sue if I was her. That's great.
Fat, yeah, 100%. Because there's medical fucking costs that are involved in that. Hell yeah. Plus, shit, make a little bit of money on top of that. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna give me fucking Staph. At this point, it's personal. Then I'm gonna make that shit personal.
For making out, that shit is crazy,
bro. Yeah, what the fuck?
At that point, it is an STD.
Yo, imagine if he like ate her out, dude. Oh,
that'd have been terrible,
dude. Some staffed up vagine. Oh yeah, fucking
gross, dude.
Yeah. Google Staph vagina.
It's like blue waffle.
Vagina Staph.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get a couple of badge Staph. Stage. Yeah. VAF.
Stage. VAF.
Vagina Staph. So, dude, that's gross, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah.
God, that's why I don't party. At all.
That's why. That exact reason.
It's specifically to not get fucking Staph from all the women that I make out with all the time.
Yep.
I get so much play, dude. So much. None.
Damn.
None at all.
No, you got a pretty you got a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in a while. What's up with that?
Just right here, dude.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Michelle?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right?
that was
pretty good.
No, her name rhymes with never mind.
What are you gonna say? Say it. Say it.
Oh,
that's fucked.
Yeah,
dude.
you're
I would not
fucking
tolerate
you
that.
you're bringing up old
I would
fucking
not
dirty
tolerate
laundry. Then let's go ahead and.
Oh, I didn't even mean it like that. My bad. I just meant
Oh, I
because
thought
your
you
name's-
were.
No, I meant because your name's Michael.
Oh.
And it's the female version of Michael.
Oh.
Damn. Yeah. I just realized. I forgot.
Yeah, no, I thought that's where you were going.
No, I
Because
actually
you even
forgot
looked
about
at me
her.
and you were like, "Yeah," you gave me that confirmation, like, "Motherfucker,
I thought it was
said it."
funny. Yeah.
No, it was. You just got real personal about it. So I was like, "All right, fuck you, then. I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. I can see. Why
I'm gonna get you with it."
I
yeah.
can see why you took that shot back.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's pretty much.
It's about time, huh?
Yeah, I feel like
we got
at this
10
point it's
minutes.
just going to be a whole lot of sporadic
Rambling.
conversation and then pause with a lot of. So yeah.
So how about them? How about them Diamondbacks, huh?
Actually, I don't pay. Baseball's kind of been a sport that I've been wanting to get back into, and I've never really been
Were
into
you into?
baseball.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
I don't know why I said back into it, but like like to the point where I keep up with it. Is it political? Do you think? That's the only reason why I stay out of like main
Man,
sports. 'Cause
every sport's political.
Well, okay, yeah, that was a
nowadays.
dumb question.
Every
I feel
sport
like,
is.
dude,
Everything is nowadays.
I used to be super into football. Not like super into it, but into it enough to where I would watch like games every Sunday type shit. But
You're
I wasn't
pretty into
like
it, for sure.
Yeah, but I wasn't one of those like, oh, do you remember fucking Demetrius Jackson who played fucking, you know what I mean?
He
Like,
rushed this many yards against this many.
in the 1992
defense,
playoffs, I
which was
fucking
the- yeah,
like type shit. So like I remember fucking more about football than I do my own kids type shit,
Right,
dude.
right. You name your son after fucking.
Yeah, Vince Lombardi. Type.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so I was pretty into it, but I wasn't like a fucking super hardcore fan or anything.
Yeah.
But I think it just got too political for me, dude.
With the kneeling and shit, or what?
No, I think just the fact that there was just
calling
politics in it in general. Not even because it was going one way or the other, but the fact that like, so the way I see sports is like I want to watch sports to be entertained. I don't want to have to sit here and deal with a whole fucking political agenda on top of that. You know what I mean? Like I want to watch some people throw a fucking pigskin around and tackle each other, get all fucking hot and heavy. You know what I'm saying? Score some touchdowns and then that be it. And then
Well, it's not like that's in
who's-
the middle of the game, though.
No, but like you know what I mean, like all the
you can still get
controversy
your
behind.
sports-
Yeah, but
Sports ball.
I mean, I guess, but I think like when it just comes behind like, yeah, I think it affects the fan base as well because like look at all the fans that Kaepernick lost because he took that stand that he took. You know what I mean? Of the whole kneeling. So then it gets to a point where when it starts bleeding into like the fan base and how it affects the viewership of the sport is when I feel like, all right, maybe I should just like watch something that's not so political. Politically, I feel like there's just like a lot of.
I see what you're saying.
I think they just made it such a prominent thing in sports, and again, it's neither direction is what I care for. It's just the fact that it's such a prominent thing in the sport itself.
Yeah, you think that like ruined it for you?
Yeah, it definitely it definitely diluted the excitement for me for sure. I feel
just because like it's part of the conversation now, right?
Yeah.
You can't go watch the game with your boys without it coming up.
Yeah, without some type of politics popping up into the mix.
So
you know what I mean?
I totally get where you're coming from. How that can throw you off.
There's like, how many times have you fucking had this whole fucking Biden-Trump debate every time a UFC pops up? You know what I'm saying? Or like, like anytime, like who's number one? Like, you know,
ACC, there's no politics going on. You know?
It's just fucking like, let's get down to it type shit. You know what I mean? The biggest thing is greasing and steroids.
Yeah,
right now.
greasing and roids. Yeah, it's like drama related to the sport, which is acceptable.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's not. It's not on any like fucking political bullshit.
Like the deflated ball thing. You know?
Yeah, the fucking deflate gate on the Patriots type shit. And I'm a Patriots fan, which is hilarious.
Yeah, the grease gate. You see that shit?
Grease gate. Yeah, the fucking done.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I switched over to combat sports more so was just because of that, and also like as a fairly newly seasoned.
As a one stripe white belt?
Yeah, as a one stripe white belt. Fucking it up on the fucking battlefield, dude. Mm-hmm. Just ripping and gripping, you know. I feel like through that extensive amount of training, I've now embodied the mindset of a trained fighter.
You're a warrior.
I am a fucking
elite
warrior. I am at the fucking epitome of athleticism.
This is what peak performance looks
This
like.
is exactly what peak performance slouched over the entire podcast, arms crossed and fucking no proper posture in sight.
You know, you are right though. You don't see that in this like area a lot. Because I was like one of those guys who I was never into football. So I was never into anything like that. I've always been like into skateboarding when I was younger or gymnastics. So like kind of a team sport, but still very individual, performance based. I've always been drawn to those kind of sports. So I was actually never into like football or anything like that. So it's interesting hearing your perspective as someone like who used to watch it and then now has kind of like
switched over.
Yeah.
And I do remember too, like you would go out to watch games and shit, or go out to like people's houses whenever they had like watch parties or tailgates, but it was more for the social aspect.
Just the vibe.
Exactly.
Just to hang out with the bros.
You didn't give a fuck about the game. You didn't care. You would literally ask me every like time that you're with me, like, all right, who are we going for type shit. Hey, we're going for this team.
I'm a bandwagon fan.
Literally. Yeah. But he embodies it. He owns it. You know what I mean? As long as you own it, cool. Bandwagon.
I'm like obnoxious about it to the point where like people know that like
if a majority of the bar is going for one team, you're gonna go for the other.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it used to be really annoying about it.
Yeah, it's like that devil's advocate.
I would look in and see all sorts of like just a sea of fucking like 49ers jerseys or whatever, and I would be like, fucking go Green Bay or some shit, you know?
Watch somebody pop up. Green Bay wouldn't even play against the Niners because they're not even in the same division. Like type shit. Like shut the fuck up. Let us say it.
I've had to have some friends like de-escalate some of those situations.
Really?
Because of me talking so much shit.
That's fucking funny.
It was a Clemson Alabama game. I almost got beat up. Because I was just.
Of course, it's fucking Alabama's involved, bro. Make fun of their sister moms, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, dude. Like they freak the fuck out. But
so, what made you want to start getting back into why baseball too? Why not football again?
Well, politically based. I don't know.
So
I just feel like I think it's just like
be the least politically.
Actually, that's probably a very bold statement. I don't know because I don't really watch any sports outside of like kind of everything I've already listed before. But just kind of something, not necessarily
football
baseball.
And basketball are the two big ones. Everything else doesn't seem too bad, right?
Right. Yeah. Not necessarily like baseball per se, but just kind of like broaden my fucking horizons a little bit. You know, maybe watch some like hockey or fucking.
Oh, sick.
Because like I know like when you watch a live hocky game, it's pretty sick because you go in. Huh?
So cool, dude.
Yeah, and it's like it's cold
because you're there
like,
for the violence.
Yes,
you know,
you're there to see a motherfucker rip the other person's head off, dude.
Yeah,
you want to see some fingers get cut off with the fucking skates, dude.
Yes, dude.
So
gloves coming off, fucking fists being thrown.
You had a very fucking sus pause on that one. I love coming off. And then you continued. I'm gonna zoom in on my eyes on that part, dude, because my eyes literally just fucking But yeah, and then like it's also like a sport that goes great with beer.
Facts.
So like it's very common to actually I feel like that's very common with all sports. I should take that back.
Spectator, you know?
Yeah, beer is a very common thing for all sports. Never mind, there's nothing special about that.
I think that's just deep ingrained within American culture, dude. That beer
Alcohol.
with everything.
Dude.
Bro, I could be going to watch a live chess match and I'm getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Once the Great Depression hit, dude, we were like, we're never letting go. We're gonna fucking appreciate this shit for the rest
dude.
of time.
Yeah, once Prohibition was over, we are fucking...
Yeah, we're fucking holding on to this shit. We don't want to ever let this fucking thing go again. That's funny. No, but yeah, I think like, how you said, with the violence of hockey, not that I'm a violent person, but I think that also just adds to the excitement. Like, you can talk shit all you want, but I think at the end of the day, most people can agree that whenever there's like violence involved, a UFC fight or MMA fight, an amateur bout, whatever the fuck it is that you're watching, you're gonna have a certain level of excitement.
Oh yeah.
And I think that you're gonna be more excited about that than you would watching a fucking football game. But
yeah,
then
especially if it's like because with hockey specifically too, it's like an agreed upon kind of violence, right? Like you're in that league.
Yeah,
like
it's only
like
if
that
both
happens.
parties agree to it.
There's not too many. Like I don't think there's
I
sucker
don't know.
punches. It's like usually like an escalation and then they're fighting, right?
I think if like one fouls the other or some shit. I don't know, dude. Like if you're a hockey fan, let me know.
Yeah. We don't know exactly how that works, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like the violence is brought about in a way where it's I don't want to say like a duel because that sounds weird.
It's almost like a part of the game. Like
exactly.
It's like a mini game.
Which is why like boxing and the UFC is like exciting too because it's like an agreed upon violence. Like you and me both signed up to fight each other. We have that respect against each other. As fighters, and it's like so that's what makes it exciting to watch compared to just obviously like a fucking random street. Well, I don't know, random street fights are fun to watch too,
bro. Yeah,
it is
fucking
just violence.
Middle school. Yeah, middle
I'm
school
trying to get
me,
all
bro.
profound with it.
Yeah,
But
middle school me was fucking. Oh my god.
just on World Star.
Yeah,
Street
dude.
Beefs and
Fucking
shit.
search engine is just fucking bum fights, big boobs, bum fights. Like, dude. Oh my god.
You're right. It's in our nature, dude. We're
Yeah.
fucking violent people. What can I say?
I mean, of course, there's some exceptions. What are they? Pacifists who are fucking against violence.
Yeah.
I mean, there's them people. I don't know how you can.
I don't understand how anyone can be absolutely pacifist, right?
No, there's
Like,
got to
that's
be
what
like
gets
get like. How do you think they are when they are absolutely just on their breaking point, frustrated? Right. Like criminy, like you know what I mean. Like there's no way that's the extent of what your rage takes you. Like there's no way that fucking lets all your wiggles out. Like
Gee Willikers, you're really pissing me off.
You're really ticking
Stop
me off.
hitting me. No, I mean that's true. I think that there's some people. Obviously, I think it's something that you can say easier. When that situation's not present, right?
Sorry,
you can talk about like, oh, I would do this. I wouldn't ever raise my fist in this situation, but it's different when that situation arises, right?
Yeah, and also it comes with, I feel like it comes with being like a byproduct of your environment or like your upbringing, So for me, pacifism wasn't necessarily probably the best idea, you know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I feel like if you're Amish, you're probably better off being pacifist.
They fucking commit a lot of violence, actually. Have you seen the Amish gang war things?
I'm fucking ignorant, dude.
Dude,
no.
there's the Amish gang war.
That is fucking sick. Never mind.
You know
Shout
what's
out to
funny?
the
One of the
Amish.
most like disrespecting things they can do too is like to cut off each other's beard. That's like
oh my god,
top level.
Really?
Shit.
I thought it would be the sideburns.
Yeah. God damn it, Jebediah.
I spent 20 minutes
I saw
curling
you
this.
watching my wife churn that butter.
I'm gonna cut your fucking brow.
Me and Ezekiel are gonna go.
That's funny.
Sorry, but yeah, I think for someone to be so absolutely about anything is the wrong idea. There's a time and a place when you need to commit violence.
Yeah,
100%. If it's to protect someone, to protect yourself, because at the end of the day, there are going to be people who are going to commit violence. There are going to be evil people out there.
You can.
So you need to be able to do it.
And there comes that. You're right, 100%. And there always comes that like that counter argument, right? That like, oh well, there's fucking they shouldn't be doing bad things. People shouldn't be evil. People shouldn't be killing. People shouldn't be we were talking about this like right before the podcast.
Yeah, I would love that.
100%. Yes, of course. Ideally, in a perfect world, no violence. Fucking. But let's face it. Like, this world has been. I'm about a fucking hot take here.
Going in.
Yeah,
Let's
this
go.
is a hot take. This
Let's
world
go.
has been
He's
built
getting deep.
on fucking like pillaging.
This
Like,
country was built on a
the
lot of
facts,
violence.
dude, yeah. And like, of course, I fucking don't agree with any of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's obviously, I would never be like, yeah, you know what? It's been happening in the past. Let's keep doing it. Like, no, fucking stop.
It's working.
Yeah, no. But it's like to put all the blame like in one direction. I'm not even gonna say anything specific in terms of who, but like, I feel like to put the blame on
people.
on anything. Well, no, I didn't even mean it in a racial standpoint. I meant like more like in terms of like what country.
Oh.
Yeah. To put like all of the blame in one direction, I feel would be too close-minded, and that's just me. You know.
Facts.
Because if you look at it, like how many civilizations, ask somebody like, all right, what civilizations have not been built on murder, fucking pillaging, genocide type shit, you know?
Switzerland, right? Maybe that's probably the only one, huh?
Yeah,
but I'm sure
actually,
if you
their
dig
prisons
deep
are
enough-
very nice.
Yeah,
Their prisons, I don't know if you've
Have you seen the
them.
open prison shit too? They do
No.
with murderers. Or that might be Denmark. Honestly, I get all those motherfuckers.
But I know
confused.
that Switzerland has like I think they have like the nicest prison
they're
system
all
in the
about
world.
reform. They're not about
Yeah, they like
punishment.
let them get jobs. They
Yeah,
let them
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
like
yeah.
leave the prison grounds.
that's
fucking
okay.
do their whole thing. Yeah.
So we're thinking the same shit.
Yeah, they have like a whole TV video. They have like a setup like in their fucking
For people
prison
who
cell.
like murdered people.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah.
And they have like statistically the lowest fucking like the best turnouts.
Yeah, like
the lowest what is it? Fucking turnover rate.
Yeah, for like people who recommit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
like once they're
Yeah.
out, they're good. Yeah.
Mhm. And there's not very much violence in the fucking prison itself or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Granted, I watched like maybe a YouTube video.
Yeah, like a Vice video about it. So I'm an expert. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Every opinion I have is very ignorant. So,
Yeah, I saw that shit too, though.
Yeah.
Because they're all about reform and not about punishment. But you couldn't get away with that in America.
no, and there's a lot of
But
things.
it'd be
like,
tough. Imagine if that was like your family member or friend who got killed, murdered by that person.
Yeah,
And then you see them
Yeah.
just hanging out, getting a job, becoming a computer programmer.
Dude, I would be so heated, and I feel like
it's tough, right?
And of course, you can always argue like, oh, if it happened to you, if it happened to like,
Yeah.
looking at anything objectively is going to be completely different than when you're looking at it subjectively.
Yes,
you know what I'm
facts,
saying. It's
facts,
always going to be
facts.
more personal.
And it's tough because objectively, I think what they're doing makes a lot of sense and it's smart. And obviously, we have a lot of issues with our prison system.
Facts.
You know,
I know shit and fuck about prison systems,
yeah.
so don't even. And what's funny is I
what's
said
not
let's
good.
talk about the prison system as a joke, and you were like,
And here
oh,
we
we're getting
are.
real deep.
Here we
Like,
are, yeah.
It's like one of those things to avoid, and here we are.
An hour and a half in, busting open that can.
Yes,
No, we'll
sir.
save that. We can save that for the next one.
Let the sardines kind of
Yeah.
simmer, you know.
yeah, exactly.
I let them marinate. But to kind of like bring it all around, I don't know. I just feel like to just obviously we can't continue fucking the past. Like I can't even say that because that just sounds very like off. But I just don't think that putting all your eggs in one basket in terms of blaming one fucking nation over the other, and when it comes to like genocide, and it's like it's more.
Everyone's got a dark past, right?
Most
Yeah.
countries have done
Yeah.
some very dark, dirty shit,
Yeah.
and that's like, at what point does it become just like a fucking senseless game of pointing fingers of
Yeah,
you did
yeah.
this or they did that? It's
Yeah.
like how many
What is
times
that
like
solving? Where's
yeah.
that getting us, right?
and that's like it's like how many people are cool with the kid who fucking passes the blame on to somebody else when he gets in trouble? It's
Yeah.
like he gets caught fucking stealing some fucking cookies from the jar. It's like, well, my sister said I could do it.
Yeah.
Like that kid's a little fucking
He's a fucking snitch.
yeah, he's a
rat,
fucking
you know?
snitches get
Yeah.
stitches, dog, and
Facts.
left in ditches. So like, I feel like just passing the blame off and trying to find the one up on the other one rather than just all mutually agreeing that killing innocent people is probably bad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
right,
we probably
right.
shouldn't be doing that shit. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Outside of straight psychopathic murderers, most people don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to have been like a push come to shove. Or, maybe like not always crimes of passion and all that.
fucking knows, dude.
But I believe that there are still some people out there, I truly believe, who are that pacifist that regardless of the circumstance, in their own conviction and their own morals, they could never do harm. So they could have Hitler right in front of them. They could watch someone murder their family, and they would not kill that person.
Oh, 100%.
And I actually really respect someone who could be so dedicated to that, to their own personal,
Because regardless,
value,
right, and regardless on if you think that it comes from like a place of ignorance or really honestly just ignorance, you know what I mean, or lack of
they're
ability
working,
or
you know?
testicular fortitude or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want to call them, a bitch or whatever. At the end of the day, that still takes a level of self-control.
Yeah,
you know what I
facts.
mean?
Facts.
That takes a certain level of self-control that a lot of people don't have.
Biologically in your DNA, like to fight or flight, right?
Right. That literally, it's called the fight or flight system.
Yeah. It's literally part of you to fight back if someone's assaulting you. So to be so committed to that ideal that you wouldn't, that's really impressive.
Unless if you were a pacifist who let Hitler get away, then I don't respect you. Fuck you.
See, that is the question at that point too. If it were to prevent someone else, yeah, can you now blame that person? So let's say
no, I don't think
they're
so.
a pacifist, and so they don't believe in doing harm, and they're watching, and they have the ability to stop someone else from getting hurt, and that person gets hurt or ultimately killed.
Right.
Can you place blame on the pacifist?
Okay, I personally think
tough, right?
No. I'm about to get super stoic.
Okay.
Super stoic about it, because at the end of the day, like, who am I to hold? Okay, outside of moral grounds, right? If we're looking at this, you know, fucking from a very far fucking third person view.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to dictate whether or not that person should have been saved or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, internally, like, morally, yes, save the fucking person who needs to be saved.
If it's within your means to do so,
Save them or
but you
kill
choose
whoever
not to
need-
because of your own ideal.
Right. Oh, yeah. Save the person. Not save the person. Fucking. We're talking about killing Hitler. So, like, in that scenario, yes, morally, I would say fucking kill the guy. You know.
Yeah, especially because it could be one person, but in the case like Hitler, you're going to, by killing him, save millions of people.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
So, like, in that case, morally, I say fucking 100%.
Yeah.
But it's like when you take yourself out of the equation, all your emotions out of it, and you just like, who am I to say or dictate whether a person lives or dies, whether another human being lives or dies? Like, what power do I hold?
I think the argument would be that it's for the greater good.
Okay, that you can, but who's dictating the greater good?
Well,
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how do I, as an individual, dictate the greater good? We go off of the assumption that majority of the people would agree that we should kill Hitler, right? So, again, morally, yes, I agree that we should all. But if you're looking at it completely, you know, subjectively,
you don't think objectively that can be defined as the greater good? That
subjectively,
people aren't suffering or dying?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
I think it is. I'm just playing
it
devil's
could be one man's life versus the life of many, right? So it's like
facts. That part of it I agree.
Yeah.
So, but when it
but
comes
you're just
to
saying, like, who am I to make that decision?
right, that's all I'm saying. Like,
I'm not a god. I'm not whatever,
right, like exactly. Like if it came down to it, right?
You're Michael. That's who you are.
Traveled into the past. I go traveled into the past, right?
Yeah.
And then fucking Jesus Christ or whatever fucking ultimate power being that you believe in pops up in front of me and says, all right, you get to dictate that whether or not Hitler dies. The very first fucking thing out of my mouth would be, why the fuck do I have, well, not probably in front of like Jesus Christ or anything, but why me? You know what I mean? Like, what do I hold to make that decision? You know what I mean? I play League of Legends, bro. Like, I probably don't make the best choices.
But But I think what I'm trying to say is that decision is so black and white that you don't need to be anyone credentialed. I think anyone, from no matter who the fuck they are, where the fuck they're from, anyone looking at that situation can look at that and be like, okay, yes, killing Hitler is the right move.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think that most people would say
God to figure that one out, right? You don't gotta be Light Yagami.
right. But like it just like in a general stance, then let's take it to a general stance. So I'll agree that most of the time that or more people who, if you're fucking mentally sane, can agree that, you know, it's probably for the greater good to kill off Hitler, right? Yeah, go ahead and say it. But like, let's take it to a more general sense, just in general. Like,
okay,
not necessarily Hitler, like somebody you don't even know about. Like, you just fucking pop in on two people, right? And it's like, all right, this is a person gets saved. You get what I'm saying? I think that's how I was looking at it.
Fucking tough,
I think that's how I was looking at it a little too objectively.
Yeah, two lives of equal value. How do you
to your extent? Yeah,
how do you decide? You know, you
assuming
don't have the
that they're of
time.
equal value. Yeah,
You don't have the time
10
to ask
seconds.
them, like, hey,
fuck.
do you have a wife? Do you have kids?
Yeah, you
what
see,
have you done with your life?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I feel like
Oh, I'm gonna be a doctor. All right, fuck, save him. You know, you don't have that time, right? That luxury.
psych bitch. I sell drugs on the streets.
Yeah. Okay. What do you say? Yeah. What do you say? So this reverse situation happens to you.
Okay.
Someone's going to kill you in 10 seconds and you have that much time to give them a spiel to be the one that gets picked. What are you saying?
Am I going first or second?
Oh,
That's
you're going first.
Fuck.
So you have to set the tone. What do you say?
Sir, I'm about to give the only kidney I have available to my mother. If she doesn't receive it, she will die.
Dang.
She is also on the verge of coming out with a cancer cure breakthrough. So if I don't save my mom and she can't get back in that room, in that fucking
That's the wrong move, dude.
laboratory.
Because now I'm going to kill you. If I'm the person, I'm going to kill you and you can still give the kidney.
No.
Donate it.
You know where my
So I'd be
mom
like,
is.
oh, perfect. Bang. And then
You know where my mom
now
is.
we donate it. That's what I'm doing.
I gotta give her my brain. How are you gonna kill me now? And my heart. So how are you gonna kill me now? I suppose, yeah, you could kill me if I needed. You could still kill me. I'm from the future. I'm you.
Oh,
Boom. There you go.
That's a good
That's
one.
saving
That's
me.
a fucking good one. That's a good
I'm
one.
fucking younger than
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd come out with some like
but
Back to the
from a
Future
different
shit.
timeline. So.
Yeah. I'm from the multiverse. What about you? What would you
Man,
say?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would probably say, man, what would I say? I know what's on the Epstein files. That's what I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
And
Do you
then
think they would care?
they would? They'd be like, damn.
You sure? I don't know if a lot of people care about that. And they should, but I don't think they do. I mean, like, when you bring it up, they do, of course. But,
Yeah.
like, do they really care?
Yes. That would throw them off enough for me to make
Okay.
my move.
Okay, and that's if you go first.
Yeah.
Okay, you go second. And this person, this person that's about to die says
I just want
he's the last remaining
just
he's
do whatever they do and I
he's
just
the
want up them.
last remaining heart surgeon in his village of a very poor country.
Ooh.
Do you take that fucking salvation away from those people to live the life that you live? Do you
Yeah.
feel like your life is more
I would
valuable?
be like, yo, I know a really good heart surgeon. I got you. We'll send them over there.
That is
Rest in peace, bud.
that is so fucked. You just say still fuck it, just fuck them.
Yeah.
And it's a kid. It's a village of predominantly kids. Like the mothers, this is completely hypothetical. The mothers died at childbirth, and it's just like 3 moms and this doctor, and it's like a village of like 50 kids, and he's the last heart surgeon, and these kids all have heart murmurs
How do you do that?
because of incest.
Oh.
Yeah, so like some have like club legs, you know. One has like
I'd get real political.
one has like a crooked eye,
If I'm going second, I get political and I slender their
cleft
answer.
lip.
I don't come up with a good one. I just attack theirs. That's what I do.
Oh, so we're just gonna save a bunch of kids? How do you
I
attack
start,
that?
Yeah, just be like, oh, heart murmurs. Okay, sure.
What are we,
sure.
the fucking dark ages?
Yeah, wow. Okay, buddy.
Have you ever heard of an
Here in
aortic valve?
America, we don't have that issue. All right, so
We only have heart disease.
yeah, we have diabetes. Okay.
Oh shit! We actually went up 16 minutes past
Fuck
the time that
I
we
think
said
that's
we
a
wanted
good. I
to.
think that's a good time frame. I think that wraps up the pod. First
Yeah.
episode.
We're gonna edit a lot of this shit out.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Facts.
pretty happy
Yeah,
with
same.
it. I think we can let most of it play. To be honest.
Oh, okay. If
Yeah.
you're happy with it, then fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, we'll
You'll
edit
go
a lot
through,
of the
do your movie
ums and
magic.
and dead silence out. You know?
Okay.
We'll just cut between shit.
But it's like when you listen to a podcast, how many of your podcasts that you listen to are edited? Like that.
I don't have any.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like,
No, I don't have any podcasts to listen to. Oh, you mean like that I subscribe to or that
Yeah,
I personally?
like when you
Oh,
listen to
I
Flags.
thought you meant like that I own.
no. Yeah, I meant like when you listen to like Lex or Joe or Andrew, Huber.
There's a lot of those ums and ahs and those like dead spaces, right, between fucking conversations. Do you feel like?
No,
Exactly.
It's all one long form
Oh,
content. That's the whole point.
so
of
we
it,
just
man.
suck at conversation.
We'll get better.
I like the optimism.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. We'll get
All
better.
right. Well, that's the pod. Thanks for tuning in. We'll make another one. Hopefully, you guys will be back for that.
Hopefully,
you got anything else to say to the people?
Hopefully, you sat through the whole thing, and
I
if
hope
you
so.
did, fucking thank you. That is amazing. And if you didn't, I fucking appreciate you
Yeah,
at least
either
popping
way.
in.
Yeah.
just popping in, opening it. Even if you open it and exit it, I
Yeah.
fucking appreciate it.
Facts.
But yeah, this is It's been the minor convenience.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget the name for like half a second.
It's been the motherfucking
Later. Passing through the wave like a jet ski. I'm just trying to live, little mama, don't text me. Watching from afar like a star, this the best seat. I'm just trying to win when I swim, this the best seat. I got 'em all
Alright. Also, I don't know how I'm feeling about this tortilla.